Is it working?
Yes.
Yes, you're good to go.
Alrighty. So, this is my end of the year transitional presentation of learning, presented by me. And so, for my Mars community, I want it to be happy, habitable, modern, and these are all my things that I'm showing. My brainstorm, where I kind of try to list out what I want to be, or what I want in my community, what it's going to be like, what my goals are, basically. My final draft right here is, I made it all about what should we do when we arrive. Like, we want to keep it clean. We want to make it so that it's as eco-friendly as possible, so that we don't mess up Mars, because we want it to be nice and clean. And my beautiful art piece, I thought it was very beautiful. And I think to build a thriving Mars community, honestly, we need to keep it really, really clean. We don't want it like Earth, where we have everything like littered everywhere. You look at like beaches, some places there's like trash. We want to keep it really, really nice so that we don't mess it up. Keep it like we had it, basically. And for humanities, we basically just, for our Mars unit, we brainstormed what we wanted for the community to make people happy, I suppose. And we worked on final drafts and brainstorms, of course, the art piece. We worked on a lot of other things. So, these are the three things I'm presenting for the physics perspective. This is the where we coded our Arduinos. Right here I have a photo of my group and I. We're coding our Arduinos and trying to get the same outcome, trying to help each other out so we can all agree on the outcome and be able to show it to the teachers. This is where we planned our mission to Mars, where we planned how much food we'd bring, what kind of ship we'd use, what kind of jobs our pilot or our crewmates would have, how long we'd be there, and things like landing sites and etc. And this is where we designed our Mars community, like our imaginary Mars community, where we think of like how we'd want it to look, how we'd want to kind of like build everything, and tons of creative stuff like that. So for coding Arduinos, we'll start with the Arduinos. So for coding Arduinos, we would kind of like super fun stuff. We'd be able to plug it into our computer, kind of pull up a little website, and we'd be able to create basically whatever we want without like limits, basically, as long as we could code it. It was super fun. So for my mission to Mars, what I planned was I'd go to a really cold site, like probably near one of the, like where we could probably find ice, be able to see if we could make like clean water from it. And my plan for designing my Mars community is to see if we could make things very modern and have people be able to live there so that we can make a nice future community. So my humanities celebration is my Mars community essay. I'm celebrating this because I was very proud of the finished product, because this is our final draft and we had like 2 other drafts before it. It took me a long time for me to finish, and it was on a very interesting and like, you could say bizarre topic, Mars. You don't really do things on Mars all the time. So this was very new to me and it was very interesting. And it was very nice because, it was very new, and I've never done something on like Mars, something super unheard of for me. And really it was just super nice to be able to do something different other than like American history or something lame like that. So for my struggle and change, one of my biggest struggles was not being able to focus in class because of being online, and there's a lot of distractions around. And to change this, I'll try to pay more attention to the teacher as well as the subject on hand, because it's very important to be able to pay attention so I can do my homework a lot more efficiently. For my physics celebration, I chose my digital portfolio, where we listed out all of the big units we did and summaries of what we did as well. It's a very long project we've been working on, and we're still going to be working on this for future grades, because we're going to keep this and keep on filling it out for even other units and other subjects. And it combines all the big units, and we summarize them so other people can see what our experiences were in our eyes. My struggle and change idea for physics was that I didn't really communicate with classmates as much as I should have to be able to get help or be able to help people with whatever they needed. And to change this, I'll start communicating with fellow students to be able to receive or give help to those who need it. Because in turn, if I have like a lot of answers and people have a lot of questions, I'll be able to answer that. And maybe in the future, if I have a lot of questions and they have a lot of answers, we'll be able to exchange ideas. So for my math celebration, very weird one, but one I really liked was the credit card statement assignment, where it taught us how to read credit card statements, helped me understand how credit card statements work, and it's really important for the future, and we're going to use this a lot in real life. So I thought it was really interesting because something I've never done before, really. Super new. I've never really been taught things other than like equations or whatever. This was really, it caught me off guard, and it was really interesting, and I loved doing this assignment. It was really nice. My struggle and change idea was that this semester I was struggling a lot with trigonometry, and I was thinking to change this. I will try to learn a bit more about trigonometry using sources, like outside sources like Khan Academy or YouTube, especially Khan Academy because it's a really reliable source for trying to learn new things, as we've been using it this entire year. My team Q&A self-reflection, during the team Q&A, I got to learn a lot about people, like random people that I've never known before. I got to know a lot of team Q&A was that sometimes teachers would kind of like come to me and ask if I needed help. That's something really never happened to me before. It was really nice that teachers would always come over and put me in a little solo breakout room with them, and I could ask them questions and they could give me answers or give me help on whatever I needed. It was super nice. For my new school year resolution, I don't want to just get good grades, but I want to start trying to learn more things like outside of the box and kind of like really expand my knowledge. And here's a quote: what makes a child gifted and talented may not always be good grades in school, but a different way of looking at the world and learning. From Chuck Grassley. Questions, and thank you. That's it.
All right. Thank you, Marcos. Great job, Marcos.
Great job.
All right. We will transition now to Miles. So, Miles, if you can